suck,
and that's sad.
An
AEW
AEW
wrestling
podcast
of wrestling news.
Where's my record?
Hello and welcome to YSATS X AEW. We are the premier AEW podcast that nobody's listening to.
Number one.
And tonight I'm here with Matt
Yo.
and just me, Jesse. We're doing the twofer.
That's it.
No TK and no Phil. But I think we'll be able to handle this.
TK may have eaten an edible that got a hold of him, that ate him. Sometimes you eat an edible, other times edibles eat you.
Because you never know. You get one that's too strong, you're like, okay, I guess I don't get to do anything functional for a few hours.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer right there. That's no fun.
I mean, because this AEW is so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun to talk about.
I had a really good time.
Important Dynamite too, in light of the fallout from WrestleMania and the ensuing Raw, which was not good for Mr. Cody Rhodes and
No,
not good for anybody.
Well,
Vince McMahon returns. Yeah, until he's dead. Forget about it. He literally returned as a mustache twirling maniac this time. Vince.
Yeah, he looks like an evil villain.
Yeah, it's really fun. Really fun.
He needs a top hat now.
That'd be good. He should get
a purple cloak.
Mm-hmm. And he should be a character on TV like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actively making things worse.
Yeah.
Like a real good match gets booked, and then like he comes out. He needs like new music. Like No Chance worked for the old one. He needs new villain music, and then it
needs to sound almost like a carnival. But with a little more sinister tone.
Yeah. Like they build it up and Cody gets the rematch at Backlash or whatever, and he beats Roman, but then like the Mr. McMahon music hits and he comes out with his cape and his top hat and he's like, not so fast. Solo interfered earlier. Should have been a DQ, guys. Ring the bell. And like Roman keeps the belts because he reverses it into a DQ finish. Stuff like that.
That sounds about right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that little... I wonder... Well, I look back on when Cody was it All Out when he was like bitching? Or when Punk was? He's like, the grass isn't always greener.
Yeah.
Like, WWE, for their credit, with Papa H in charge, they were killing it. Like, they were getting better.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as bad. I'm not going to go... As far as what they can do, I guess, probably killing it. But, you know.
I mean, my wife, God, she's a bigger fan of WWE than AEW.
Oh, it makes sense. The product is more for a casual audience and a mass audience. So, you know, power to her. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, we've had some fights about it. Not going to say we haven't talked about divorce because of it, but, you know, it's...
I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with liking it. Like, they're really good at what they do. It's more of a general entertainment product. And is someone like, God bless your wife, who's going to watch wrestling with you and give it a chance.
Oh, I love it.
That one's going to be more probably appropriate from someone who's not specifically a wrestling fan, but is just watching them both. So, I mean, it makes sense.
She'll watch AEW with me. She's got her favorites.
That's awesome.
She loves Britt Baker. She loves Orange Cassidy. Reason.
Yeah, both great.
Because, and it's just, I can't believe what they did on fucking Raw.
It seems gratuitous, and you know, like, even if like, I still trust they're gonna just then maybe have Cody get over Brock before eventually beating Roman. I would think that's what you do. I still think that it's dumb because the moment was at Mania. You had it. Everybody wanted it. It's the biggest stage. And that's what the story was building to. And now it's just like, all right, you decided to do this for some reason. But if they don't do that, and this really was just a burial, then it's inexplicable. It's what are you doing?
I
don't know.
I felt it was a burial, but it is what it is.
Um,
Cody's making good money though, so
the whole thing just reaffirmed to me that that product's never gonna be for me. So I mean, I'm behind AEW even more than ever because it's like, oh God, if you don't do good, I got nothing. Because just the whole way, the whole product, the way it's marketed and made, this 2-night thing where it is just that much wrestling, that many hours, and then that little wrestling. And I know they got to do their pre-match promos and everything, but everything is long. The introductions are long, then the entrances are long, then the pre-match packages are long. Everything is
everything's
long.
so long
And
for
it's
the
just
20-minute match. You
to
get 30
stretch it.
minutes of fluff for 20 minutes of a match. Like
I
even
have
go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I have trouble setting aside one night for a pay-per-view. Like asking me to do 2 nights just isn't possible. And then when you see the final result and you see how easily it could have been squished down into one night, it's just like, get out of here. And
Yeah.
as my kids get older and I hope that they get into wrestling, like reality is maybe they'll like that and they'll want to watch that kind of stuff. Like I can't even imagine, like, okay, kids, are you ready to spend an entire weekend on watching WrestleMania? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like I have trouble doing that for the 2 weekends of NFL playoff bliss where Saturday and Sunday are both packed
Oh
full
yeah.
games. And that's just 2 weeks a year and it's infinitely more compelling than, a wrestling show, like no offense. But asking me to do that, yeah, I no man, I can't do that.
When we were watching it Sunday night, and I was like, oh, it's only 10 o'clock, and there's two matches left, and it didn't end until 11:30. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
On a Sunday night, and
on
that's
a
like night
yeah,
two.
yeah. I woke up the next morning. I was just like, okay, let's hope work isn't busy. Oh, it is. That's great. This will be fun.
It's
I just didn't. Ugh.
and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we're nearing the end of night two, and you want us to watch Shane McMahon like take a
Oh
bump
God.
and break himself. You want to watch Snoop Dogg do a peep, like, why? This is not for me. This is just not, this is made to annoy me. Like, no,
Why did Shane come
no,
back? I don't.
no.
Maybe that was a Vince power move too. Like Vince, Shane has to come
And then
back.
you find out that the company is sold to the venture capital firm that owns UFC now too. So
Yes.
we'll see what that means. It nothing good. I mean, best case scenario, it's neutral. But since they already rehired McMahon and gave him a contract as an employee, probably will be worse just off of that, right?
Yeah. There were multiple last minute changes before Raw again this week. That's pretty cool. Love
Just
those
an
changes 45 minutes to the show.
insane.
My gosh.
Insane how fast he bounced back from this stuff too. Like
Yeah.
like, okay, this was less than a year ago. All those stories came out and he resigned, like less than a year ago.
And he's
And
already back.
he's just back. Like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, pal. Here I am. How do you like my new mustache?
Yeah.
It's so wild. It's so wild. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh, at
that
least we have
is
AEW.
and that is, yeah, that is the context to which Dynamite aired this week. This is their opportunity to capture some eyeballs from a jaded wrestling crowd that's ready for an alternative again.
Oh
The,
yeah.
the momentum and the war that isn't, because I mean, in no reality is AEW actually competing with the multimedia international wrestling company that WWE is. But in the little battle for attention, WWE had the momentum since Triple H took over,
They
and now
had
it's up for grabs again.
I bet FTR is really happy they're gonna stay.
Yes, yeah, they certainly made the right choice.
Like watching all the wrestling people talk today on the YouTubes, and they're just like,
Mhm.
"Oh, Jay White's totally going to WWE." Oh,
Oh, that
FTR,
was confirmed. Yeah. It just
yeah,
another scoop that they were was just a fact. It was a matter of when.
everything is such a fact.
Yeah.
But I found out he's all elite now,
Yeah, he is all elite.
teaming with his Bullet Club partner,
Yep.
Juice, to destroy Ricky Starks.
Yeah, that was the opener. A little disappointing. I wanted to see that match, but at least it was a big moment that interrupted it. Jay
And
White.
it's gonna build. We're still building on that feud.
Yeah, and there's lots of places it could go. They're using the Bullet Club name. They're not hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they got a lot of guys already in the company with history there. So it's interesting, man. And Jay White's talented. He's a great promo. I haven't seen a ton of his in-ring stuff, but he's never like made me puke or
I've
cry.
seen. I think he did something on
Yeah,
AEW
he's wrestled on
twice.
AEW TV a couple times.
Yeah,
And then I saw his New Japan match at the Wrestle Kingdom, the
the
championship.
the career thing or the I
Yeah,
quit kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's fun. That's
I
a
like
cool
it.
ad. A
I was a
good
little
ad.
shocked to start out like that, but it fit for me. Like it definitely was. I'm like, holy shit, we're not good. Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah, I mean, you had to close with FTR, so the best place to put it, if not for the end of the show, was the beginning,
Beginning, yeah,
and that was good.
and we had the nice interview with Chris Jericho
Yeah, that was all right. I still like the story there is a little like, okay.
because
Like,
I know Keith Lee's not done with Swerve.
oh, I'm talking about the Jericho part first before we even get to Keith Lee,
Oh,
just because he's explaining what the whole deal. Because
oh, the
as we
disrespecting.
yeah, just like when have you cared about that? That's like a more solemn and serious joke. I guess that's sports entertainment, but that was fine. And then yeah, Keith Lee came out and interrupted him, and he's like, "Chris, I have gray hair all over my head now. Do you see it?" Oh, really, Chris? Come, look at my gray hair. Hmm?
I will teach you about being disrespectful.
I'm a grizzled elder, and you will respect your elders.
But I look
Oh,
forward to see what's gonna happen with that.
a little timeout phone call.
Timeout phone call.
Edit that out. Let's do it.
Or so.
We're back.
And we weren't gone that long.
No, not at all. Real quick.
I think when they started out the next match, I was so excited. Trent's mom was back.
Oh yeah.
Giving
Yeah,
the
we
best
had
friends a
the
ride. That's perfect. It was a
and
nice
just
little
coming out to OC's music too. Coming out to
yeah.
Jane is good because that's that's perfect for him, isn't it?
Yeah. I do like the best friends music though.
Sure. Yeah.
Like the scratching and everything. Like, that's fun.
Yeah. Best friends. Best friend.
Yeah. Like
So yeah, they had their goofy entrance, and House of Black had their less
entrance.
goofy entrance, but that's fun. And then the match got underway, and I really liked like the first 7 or 8 minutes when it was like an actual match. I liked it
Before
a
it
lot.
went
Yeah.
full sports entertainment.
Yeah, before it just became a tornado match and just got
as
wacky, as is tradition.
as is tradition.
But for a while it was really cool. Buddy Matthews got a showcase at the beginning and he works really good with OC, man. Like they were really good
Yeah.
together. Made me want to see just a match between them. Have they wrestled before?
I
I know
don't think
he's
so.
done Darby. I don't think he's done OC, but I would like to see them because they went for a while at the beginning, and then Buddy Matthews also ended up getting the finish. So it was kind of a showcase for him.
Yeah,
Um,
because he is does kind of take a back seat to
he
the other
does
two.
usually, yeah.
So it
But
was nice to see that for him.
yeah, I've
And
liked everything I've seen of those guys, all those guys, individually and together.
they had me on the edge of my seat thinking maybe the best friends might win.
That's good. That's
There
the
were
goal, right?
times when I was watching
Yeah.
where I felt like I don't know. They might have it this time. We'll see.
Like
I mean,
just
they
that
didn't.
sliver of hope. Yeah.
Yeah. Just that's all you need sometimes. Just that
That's
little bit.
it. Totally.
Just that
100%.
little bit.
Sometimes a match is a squash, and that's not what it's there for. But in a match like this, if you're going to be just entertained by the match itself, the ending should be in doubt,
Yeah.
at least a tiny bit.
Just a little
But
bit.
it was entertaining. It didn't get the fast forward. Even the crazy parts were still entertaining enough. I
Those,
like it. I like everybody involved well enough.
those bumps OC was taking on the ring post, or like on the side of the ring. Like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
we can't break you. We need you. Like,
yeah.
I need you. Don't don't do it.
I think there's a sequence where each of the best friends took that bump on the
Yeah.
apron. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. But I also been biased because I love the best friends.
Oh yeah, I gave each of these matches a rating here
Oh, you
too.
did.
I did. I'm busting out the hearts.
Oh,
I'm busting out the hearts
we're gonna
because
say the first match was a
what do you,
0.
what do you think I gave it? This one, Black Guys versus BFFs,
Oh, a 3.5.
1.75.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because it broke down and it just became gibberish,
It
but
became
I
yeah.
liked it still, you know. That's my opinion. And again, like always, just my opinion, my scale. Somebody likes doesn't care about that, then like
Yeah.
psychology's out the window. It could be really fun. But yeah. What happens after that?
Christian Cage
Oh, that's short little promo. That was nice, short and sweet. That was
gave us
cool.
exactly what we needed.
Yeah, totally.
Like, we'll just
Um,
Luchasaurus is coming back, but he's gonna be a little different
he's got a shoulder pad now. Now you
now.
know he's evil. So that could be fun.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
the number one villain now.
I mean I hope that they said like, okay, take the lucha part of Luchasaurus out of your in-ring arsenal if you're gonna be a heel. And
And just
just like,
making Saurus.
yeah, just be a big dinosaur that smashes people. Do
That
that.
works for me.
Yeah, just do that. That'd be great.
And just be Christian Cage's enforcer.
That's it.
Like he doesn't talk anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe not be a dinosaur? Or do we
I
want
mean,
to keep
he's fine as a dinosaur if he wants to be a fucking dinosaur. I mean, I've seen worse, whatever. I like dinosaurs.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, dinosaurs are cool. Yeah.
Uh, now after that, we had the women's championship match.
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter versus Riho.
What do you think I gave this one?
2.
2, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. I gave this one 4 hearts.
really.
Yeah, I thought it was tremendous. Um, man, like I think Rio really needs she needs I shouldn't say she needs a great worker because I've seen her be effective against people that are kind of mid, but man, when she got and then at the same time she didn't work really well with Tony Storm, who is really good also, but this worked really well.
Yeah.
I think Jamie Hayter's just worth $1 billion. I think she's a star and she's still getting better. And she's getting better at the little stuff. But
And
a
that's really
crowd,
what's important, right?
I mean, I think so. Not always. There's plenty of guys, I guess, that are popular enough without it, but she's getting over and she's getting better. And I don't know how related the two are, but this wasn't a particularly loud crowd all the time. And they
No,
were hot for her,
they
man.
were hot for it. Yeah.
Like just her shit looks so good. She hits so hard. And Riho is selling her ass off for her. She's competent. Doesn't look like she screws up much. And then just the little stuff, like her getting fired up after the Rio kicked out of the first haterade.
Yeah.
Just man, just some great visuals there. Just I don't know. I love Jamie Hayter almost as much as I hate her entrance because it's still so jobber, 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 jobber. It's just oh man.
Like she needs to change with Marina Shafir's entrance music.
Well, no, nobody needs that classic. Maybe Keith Lee. Keith Lee would be the only one I could think of having that music.
Yeah.
A classical Keith Lee. But no. Oh, geez. She needs something. So did you like it? What did you think of it?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It
Good stuff.
it moves so fluidly.
It really did.
And I've always liked Riho because she was kind of like the giant killer
Yeah,
in a way.
she can be cool.
So like I always liked that about her.
I mean I loved her at first, and then you see the act gets kind of samey, but yeah, the
Now it's
concept.
a little, and I was really happy there was no like interference or run-ins
Yeah.
with the whatever what are they called, the outcasts.
Oh yeah, the outcast, yeah.
Yeah, like I was really thinking they were going to interfere like at any point in that match where they were just going
Mhm.
to come down and wreck everything, but
Yeah,
that
that
didn't
would be
happen.
annoying.
And we had a match and I was like, oh, thank you. Like thank you for not
One,
teasing,
one,
or thank you for making me wrong, because I think that felt a lot better.
Michelle's trying to put Bash to sleep. Just cursed.
Well, we're gonna have to cut it short today, guys.
Part one of maybe we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we have to talk about MJF.
We do. That was so
That
good. And we
was
got to
so
talk about
cool.
FTR. We've got to talk about CM Punk buying a Danhausen, an issue of the Amazing Fantasy, whatever. First appearance of Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, isn't that
yep.
fun?
Yeah, we
What a
got so
nice,
much to do.
what a nice friend, Hausen. We got
But
so much to
real
talk
life
about.
interrupted today's cast, so
Yeah, we have sick kids. So
we will get back to it stronger, faster, maybe.
uh-huh.
But like the video, share the
Get
video,
me
and subscribe.
stronger. Like and subscribe. Peace, peace, love, love. Word,
All right,
word.
y'all take care.
Ooh.
Bye.